Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 7 on a 4-bedroom house that we're putting up for our lovely client. So in your view is a beautiful 3D representation of the house. When you give an architect a design, you are expected to get a 3D. A 3D gives you a pictorial view of the entire house when it is completed and how the house is supposed to look like when it is completed. And for that matter, it is only important that you emphasize more on a 3D because that brings out the real beauty of the house. So this is a 3D representation of the beautiful 4-bedroom house. Okay, all right, so let's dive into the video and let's see what we have gotten to so far. So good. The footing block work is almost coming to a closure. We've laid the blocks up onto 7 cores. Yes, 7 cores. I think the earlier one was 7 cores, so we've added one more, which is making it up to about 8 courses. Okay, and so what is left now is for us to begin to do the pillar casting. So this is, we're going to call this one the starter pillars or footing pillars. The footing block work is complete and then the footing pillars will be cast. So we need to bring in the carpenter to do the boarding, and then after the boarding of the pillars, the masons will do the casting. Should anybody need a borehole driller, please contact my cousin Jonathan Amwa. Okay, he's very good in borehole drilling. He does a reverse osmosis and he sells all kinds of water pumps, submersible pumps, okay, retraction pumps, all kinds of pumps. Just contact him and he will assist you. He does water treatment in case you have already dug your borehole and you want to do water treatment. Please contact Jonathan Amwa and he will assist you in that regard. So far, if it hadn't been to the heavy downpour that has actually restrained us from working constantly, we would have finished this footing block work, maybe in less than 2 weeks. You understand? Yes, in less than 2 weeks. But it almost took us like 2 weeks to be able to complete because of the challenges we went through. So whilst they're laying the block, sometimes the weather looks okay and then all of a sudden it rains. And in this particular area, it rains a lot. It rains a lot. So we have to put pressure to be able to finish this project as soon as possible. If not, it was going to give us a lot of headache. But we were able to pull through and everything looks awesome. Everything looks awesome. So yeah, this is a beautiful 4-bedroom with a garage inbuilt with it. So this is heading towards the back. You understand? From here you are heading towards the back. Okay, and then to your extreme left hand side is the front. Yeah. So one thing I've noticed is that the soil is a bit clay. So what we're going to do is in the partition inside each chamber, we are not going to spread the existing soil. We are not going to spread it. But instead, we are going to pour the new laterite in and fill all the edges. Okay, we're going to fill so that the existing laterite or sand will just stay in the middle because that side will be hard. But at the edges, to fill the block and all the areas that have been dug, okay, we're going to pour a new laterite and those ones will settle properly and sit down properly because those ones will not sink. Yes, it is very, very crucial. In some instances, some people will even scoop the existing clay out. They will scoop that one out and pour in new laterite, and that's a lot of money. That requires a lot of money. But the best practice is that you don't spread the existing laterite in the partitions. You don't spread them. You keep them in the middle and then put a new laterite along the edges. You understand? It's just like you having a fufu with the soup as the island. You understand? So the soup around the fufu is going to be the new laterite. You understand? Whilst the existing one stays in the middle. Yeah. So here we have Mr. Samaledu boarding all the pillars. And so from here, once the pillars are cast, we're going to proceed with the bitumen waterproof coating. My intention is to paint both the inside and the outside. We have to do that, paint the inside and the outside because of the nature of the land. So once we do that, we have permanently eradicated the dampness. You understand? And then once we are done on our oversight, again we're going to lay our high quality DPM on the surface, which will overlap each edges. It will overlap the edges by 4 inches or even 6 inches if so be. We can overlap the edges by 6 inches. And then we'll do our oversight casting. You understand? Yes. And pretty much next week by this time, you will see a lot of improvement here. Okay, you will see a lot of improvement in this particular site. Our aim is that from here, once the oversight cast is done, that is going to be another speed work, raise the entire structure up onto lintel, and the height we want to achieve for the lintel is not the usual 7 feet, but instead we want to go up to 8 feet. Once we get to 8 feet all out, then we're going to place our lintel beam all around. You understand? After our lintel beam, then another 3 course, or even if possible 4 course of the block work comes. Because of the shape of the roof, we want to make sure that there's enough space even after the woodwork, because after the woodwork we're going to do POP. Now in doing the POP, we want to make sure that after the POP we are able to measure floor to ceiling of about 3.2 or even 3.1 meters from floor to ceiling, and that gives us an appreciable height for the entire room and makes the room very airy, spacious, and it looks elegant. And you understand? So that is my target, and I'm hoping to do it and showcase everybody so that you all see the wonderful work that we are doing. Things have changed in terms of construction, and things are revolving. So day in, day out, we are learning new ways, new technology, and so you have to learn so that you can keep up to be abreast with new ways of the new norm or the new ways of doing things. Understand? Yes, you can see the pillars are flashing properly. Most carpenters will not prune. We call it pruning. When you place the board, you need to prune it so that it flashes with the block work. You can see it flashing with the block. So it makes plastering very easy. When it's time for plastering, it's going to make this one very easy. You understand? It's going to be very, very easy. Yes. So hopefully, I believe that once we get to that stage, you will all see the good works that we are doing. This is a huge house, really huge. So finally, the block work at the front side is almost done. This is a garage. This is the entry for the garage. That is why we have these big pillars right here. Okay, so this is the entrance of the house. Okay, so we have to be, this is going to be a garage. Okay, yes, it's a garage, and the entrance is from here. So this is the porch area. You understand? There's the porch area. This is a porch area. There's a design pillar here, and you enter from here. Are you with me? So once we do the overcast, I will give you the details as to the rooms, the bathrooms, and all of that. I will give you all those details. It's gonna look so beautiful. It's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look beautiful. So I can't wait to share that with you. In case you need our services, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My name is Mr. Bright Antonio. I'm the CEO of B&C Constructions, and I prepare estimate. If you want an estimate for your house, I'll get an estimate done for you at a fee. Depending on the size of your project, I will charge you for that. And once the estimate gets to you and it get approved, I'll give you a payment plan where you make payment and we go and start building your house for you. It can be done, and my goal is to change the narrative that you can be there and still build your house in the best quality way that you can. Are you with me? If there's a way that you want to blend your architect, yes, it is always good to have a second opinion. And so the architect will just come by and inspect what we are doing, and that's fine. This one, yes, it is also part of it, and I believe that it's not too challenging for us. In situations where the building is more complicated because of the design, most architects are, some of them are very, very good with certain design, and those designs requires, a higher level of attention. And so in that case, we need to bring in the architect, let him direct the path of the mason so that they do the right thing. It is better to bring the architect so that they don't make mistake that is going to cost us so high. You understand? Yes, but this particular project is not challenging, very unique, very simple, and we are good to go. We are good to go. So you can see that the bitumen painting, it's sprayed all over. We're going to do both the inside and that of the outside. And then once we are done, then laterite will take place. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm really impressed. I love the outcome. Yes, I love the outcome of what we have done so far. So the laterite coming in now is going to help, and then the next stage, once the bitumen painting is complete, then we start filling in the laterite. And I like the laterite. The laterite looks good. It doesn't have a lot of stones in there, so it's going to serve a great purpose in this particular area. You understand? It's going to serve a great purpose. All right, so this brings us to the end of episode 7. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you need my services, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye-bye.